Hello, everybody. This is Sinema77, horror and cult film lover, and I'm back with another video. Today, we're going to be talking about the what year did this come out anyway? Okay, 1974. I'm sorry, I'll get it right, I promise. But yeah, we're going to talk about the 1974 erotic vampire film. I'm kind of confused on this one. I got to admit. Okay, is it vampires or vampires? Because usually when it's got the Y in it, it's pronounced vampires, but. Anyway, this is the movie we're talking about today. Directed by Jose Ramon Larraz. And according to Playboy magazine, this movie has more sex appeal per puncture than any Dracula outing on record. So, and it stars Marianne Morris and Anulka. Now, the opening scene of this movie is kind of a little weird because, you got the two female vampires, they're in bed, and it starts off this kind of very sexy, kind of very, ooh la la, kind of, lesbian vampire love scene. And then all of a sudden somebody busts in with a gun and shoots them both dead. And then you cut to, and you got this husband and wife, they're vacationing and stuff. And they're, going into the countryside. Well, there's this old falling down, house, mansion, castle, kind of more of a mansion castle, I'd say. And these two here, they're vampires, and that they're going out, and basically they go out and they kind of stand in the road and they wait for passersby, and they wait for somebody to come and pick them up, and they take them back to this place and seduce them, and kill them, drink their blood and everything else. And there's one, who's a businessman, and he stops, he picks her up and takes her back to the castle or the mansion and stuff, and they're having drinks, and he kind of, like, you can tell he's very anxious to have sex with her and stuff like that, so he's kind of getting a little rough about it and stuff. But they have sex and everything else, and he's waking up in the morning, he's seeing he's got like bite marks on him, and he's feeling weak and not feeling good and everything else. So he's being it kind of takes this guy quite a while to realize he's being drained of blood and stuff like that. But he does wake up and knows he's bleeding a lot and everything else. And so, and then you come to find out that the married couple, that they have like a little travel trailer, and they're there just to have a little vacation, and a little holiday. And they're, just whiling away the hours. Like the wife, she's painting, and I think the husband, he's like going fishing and stuff. And and they're just having a good time, enjoying each other's company, making love, things like that. And and so he goes and he sees the couple, and he asks if he could get some help, and they give him a cup of coffee and everything else. And so he's trying to get ready to leave and stuff, but he's so weak because of loss of blood, and he's falling asleep, and falls asleep in the car, or it's like there are times he gets ready to leave, but he turns around, comes back, and everything else. And every night it's like him and this woman, they get together and they have sex, and she keeps draining him of blood little bit by little bit. And there's one pretty gruesome moment here where the two, they attack. I don't know if you can see it right there. They attack this one guy that the beautiful blonde she brings home, and so they attack him, and this guy's trying to get away, and they're both attacking him, drinking all their blood, or drinking all his blood and everything else. And so yeah. And then ultimately, the guy, he does pretty much leave, and and then the vampires, they are well aware of this couple that is vacationing on their around their property and everything else. And so they decide to go after the couple and attack them and stuff. So I don't want to give too much away, but yeah, this movie here, it says here, the erotic horror classic is reborn, totally uncut and uncensored. And so yeah, if you're into if you love your good sexy vampire movies, this is definitely one you're gonna want. This one here is the Blue Underground version, but they got another one that's getting ready to come out. That's going to be from Arrow. And, I imagine that one's going to be the same thing. This one here says it's got audio commentary by Jose Ramon Larraz and producer Brian Smedley Aston. Return of the Vampyres, or Vampires. Interviews with stars Marianne Morris and Anulka, international and U.S. trailer. So, yeah, I mean, this here is the Blue Underground. But like I said, you might want to wait because there's going to be a new version, I think, that's going to have even more bonus features coming out from Arrow in a box set of Larraz's films, and but anyway, though, it's like, yeah, this is very. It's a good movie. It's a little bit slower paced than you would expect, but it is a good film. I mean, it's kind of a languid paced movie actually for 88 minutes. But I mean, yeah, if you're going, if you want an erotic vampire movie, this movie will definitely work for you. And the women are beautiful, and there's scenes of girls kissing, and there's plenty of nudity and all this other kind of stuff. So, but yeah, I'm actually kind of running out of things to say here about this movie, but it is a good film, and um, yeah, it's pretty good. There are some like that there where they're killing the guy and everything else, and he's dying a very slow, painful death. They're draining his blood and everything else. That's pretty good. But yeah, I mean, there's just not really too much more I can say about this. Trying to see if there's anything here I might be forgetting. Daughters of Dracula. Da, 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 da. So no, this controversial gore footage, and so yeah, there is some gore in this movie here and everything else. But like I said, it's there's a lot of eroticism to keep you interested and stuff like that. So if you're into those kind of vampire movies, and these two definitely show their best, all their glory. So if you want to see it for that, you got that. So but anyway, yeah, I think that's going to pretty much wrap this up. Sorry, this is going to be a short video. There's just not really much more I can say about this movie. Just like I don't really want to give away the ending, and um, the movie does have some inconsistencies though, because even though it is a vampire movie, you kind of see these two out and about in the daytime and stuff like that. So, but yeah, but still, I mean, it's a good film. So anyway, that's going to wrap it up for this. We talked about Vampires or Vampyres, the film by Jose Ramon Larraz, and that's going to do it. So if anybody took the time to watch this video, sorry I dragged this out, but just yeah, I'm trying to think, but just not much more I could say about beautiful, sexy vampires luring men to their death and seduction and destruction. Just not much else I can say about it. But anyway, that's going to pretty much do it. So if anybody took the time to watch this video, I thank you for doing so. I do appreciate you for doing it. This is Sinema77, horror and cult film lover, and if you love good, sexy vampire movies, obviously like I do, because I've reviewed enough of them already, and I think I still even got more. So, but anyway, though, if you love these kind of movies like I do, then we'll talk later. Bye bye.